Alright guys, so it's a little bonus video just to help you with the workout warrior. Alright, so there's chucking a couple of drills that you can work with your child. Very easy, very simple, and of course you know your child best and you know what they're capable of. So you're gonna have to kind of adapt it a little bit and work in the repetitions that you want to work in. So because we're doing martial arts and you want them to practice their martial arts, very important you go through our basic stances. So you got discipline, sir, or miss, depending on whoever they're going to be talking to. So get their feet together, hands by the side, stand up nice and tall. You can get them to hold that. You can even say stay still for a count of 10, don't move. And that really encourages that, but give them a chance to relax. So from there, we want to encourage respect and courtesy. So we're going to bow from the waist, say respect, sir, or respect, miss, depending on, of course, who's doing the teaching or whoever you're working with. And you're both going to say it together, okay? Because you're showing a sign of respect for each other and discipline for each other. All right, so from there, we're going to step out left leg, punch the fist down and shout nice and loud, confident, sir. So I'm going to mirror you guys, do that one more time. Confident, sir, all right? So punching here, nice and strong, all right? And then from there, if you want to work the basic stance, is self-belief. So I'll mirror, you guys copy, just put a left leg forward, bring the hands up, close the fist, self-belief, sir. So they're just going into a guard stance for this, but there's not going to be too much of that in this drill, okay? So nice, easy one. If you want to get them warmed up, get them running on the spot, nice and relaxed, okay? So just get those blood pumping to make it more fun. Obviously put some good music on, loud music that they love, that they enjoy, that they're gonna, tiny bit of singing us is okay, just gets them in the mood for it. All right, so running on the spot, sometimes we might say go fast, freeze, and we might do a little bit of a slow motion. Your younger children love that more, of course. Not that the older ones don't, but you're gonna have to make it age specific. So it's gonna be quite a broad video. And just bear in mind that the younger ones, their muscles are still developing. So don't try and get your 3-year-old doing push-ups. Their muscles aren't ready. They can't even do a sit-up yet. All right, so don't expect something like you have to adapt it, but you can speak to the instructor and we'll give you some tips for that. One that they can all do, so first one you can rotate is star jumps, nice and easy. Just do some star jumps here, all right? And again, that's gonna get them warmed up and it's working their leg, helping develop their leg muscles around here, all right? And it gets a bit of cardio going. So maybe you could do a couple of them, I'd say reps of 10, maybe about 3 sets of 10 for that one. Nice and easy. So number 2, it's called like a jack in the box. So they're gonna squat down, all right? So sometimes we might do frog jumps. You can be a bit silly with it and say, are you gonna jump to the ceiling? Are you gonna jump for the roof? Depends on their age, of course. So you gotta, build them up with that one. So the jack in the box, get them to squat right down, and then it's gonna jump up into a star jump. Again, set the reps, all right? So that easy, all right, but not too easy. It's still gotta be a challenge. Remember, they're doing this every day. So maybe start with 5 or build it up to 10, depending on where their age is at, and how you're gonna hold their attention. But maybe about 3 sets of those again is a good one. So let them have that breather in between each one. Next one is called feet out of the water. And it's going to be different for their whatever age they are. So if they're younger, they're going to struggle with sit-ups. So you get them to maybe hold their feet up. They can put their hands for support, maybe for a count of 10. If they can bring their hands up, even better. All right, maybe a bit older, you get them to lie down. Okay, and just put their hands on the bottom and just do some leg raises, maybe 10 of those. If they can do a good sit-up where they're not like having to pull themselves up, they're not going to feel too good about themselves doing that one. But maybe if you're there, you have a ball, if they can catch it, just pass it over. All right, when the timer goes after 30 seconds or so, it might be too long, but think of a timer. That's it, you're out, the bomb exploded. Have some fun with that one, of course. So that's just different variations you can work. All right, next one, same thing. It's like the muscles may not be ready for doing push-ups yet. Sometimes I used to see that in the past, and I was quite guilty of it. Like push-ups, why can't they do the push-ups? Because their muscles haven't developed to do it yet. So depending on our age, you can get them to either hold it, all right? Well, for the younger ones, I get them to just come down to the floor and just get used to lifting their body off the floor. That's it. So you can see like my legs are not coming up. Their bodies the muscle groups haven't developed enough for that yet. We may chuck in a challenge every now and then in class, but they're not quite ready, all right? If you got that bit, maybe if they're a little bit older, so 5 and 6, you might want them just to hold it there for a count of 10, all right? So it's a push-up hold, and then maybe, I don't know, if they're beyond 7, I'd get them to go to the floor, all the way down, and then push up their body nice and straight. Okay, and work, just make sure, you want to make sure that bottom's not too high or back's not arched too much. So when they're doing a hold, just help positioning them, you know, into the perfect kind of stance for that, and that's going to help them with their training. Next one is going to be great. So get them to go into their self-belief stance. So we got shoulders width, step it forward, bend the knees just a little bit, get their arms up. So you want to work the guard and just work some straight punches, okay? Don't worry too much about it, all right? Just get those arms working. Maybe they're going to do 10, nice and fast, okay? And then you can maybe do probably about 5 sets of those, okay? So just looking to make sure that when they punch out, it's coming back to their guard, punch out, back to their guard. That's a great way for them to practice, you know, some of their basic martial arts, okay? Or ask the instructor what they're working on at the moment, and, you know, substitute out punches if it's a hook punch, whatever it is they're working on in class at that specific time. Next one, good one for working on the kicks. So keep them in their stance, get them to lift up their left leg, get it to about, you know, waist height, lift up their knee first, kick out the foot, bring it back, put it down. Obviously you want to keep their guard up for this. So just work a little bit of technique, a little bit of martial arts practice. So knee up, kick, bring it back, put it down, okay? Because they're new to this, don't worry so much about the foot, but this motion, all right, kick and back, gets their balance, their core working. Once they got into it, depending on their age, you might want to build up to 1, 2, and see if you can then build it up to 10 kicks off each leg, and that's really going to help with their balance. If they wobble a little bit, it's okay just to hold that hand, because you're really looking for this motion, okay? So you want the kick, the foot to come back before their foot goes back down on the floor. Again, with your child, you know best, you know them best. So if they're struggling, you know what, you got to set them up for success on this. So don't worry too much if the hands drop, you know, fine and good. If their kick goes like this, down, well done, you kept your arms up. All right, great kick. So that we're going to hold you and then support you with the kick. All right, last one. I think our 7 to 9 year olds do like doing this one. You're going to get them into horse riding stance. So this is going to work their legs, right? So try and get them as low as you can, almost like you could say, I got to put a cup of tea on here. I don't want it to spill. So get down nice and low, bring the hands back, and you can just work them going straight punches, all right? So maybe do 10 punches, they can come up, ease the legs, back down again, ready, go. 10 more punches as fast as they can, and do the same amount of repetitions. I think that's about enough to get you guys working, and if you're doing that, mum or dad, you're gonna get a great workout as well, because you can work a good part of the core, and they're the basic things that's gonna, you know, help support them in their martial arts classes.